So I want to talk about water sports here in Wichita Falls. I hear all the time from all my California friends, there's no beaches. Well, I'm here to tell you there's plenty of water activity here, and I'm going to get started right now, so stay tuned. Welcome back, y'all. I'm Debbie Dobbins, and this is another episode of Your Wichita Falls. As you probably know if you've watched any of this YouTube channel, I'm a real estate entrepreneur. So basically what that means is I do things all real estate, but more importantly, I love Wichita Falls. I'm a born and bred California girl, and I moved here, and my saying is, I wasn't born in Texas, but I got here as fast as I could. So I invite you to move here and adopt that saying. But at the same time, there's a lot of people that come from the West Coast. They say, oh my gosh, I miss my beaches. Well, we have some of the most amazing lakes and rivers here in North Texas, just in Wichita Falls or just outside of Wichita Falls. So I want to share with you a little bit about what types of beaches, what types of lakes we have, what kind of outdoor activities we have that you can cool down in the summertime and just really enjoy being around water. As a Gemini, I need some water. It's a water sign, so I really do miss being around water. But what I figured out was there's plenty of lakes around here. We have lakes all over the place. I'm just going to share about them as they come to my head. We have a great lake called Waurika Lake. Now I want to share something really before we even get started, is that we're so darn close to Oklahoma. Literally, you can throw a rock and hit the Oklahoma border. And some of these great locations are just over the Oklahoma border. Literally, you drive from Wichita Falls north to Burke Burnett, which is 10 minutes away, and another 10 minutes from there, you're in Oklahoma. There's all of this open area in Oklahoma that's so unexplored and not touched. So Waurika Lake is in Oklahoma. They have an amazing sandy beach with picnic tables. Some are covered, some are not, and it's about a 45-minute drive from here. But I'm going to tell you, it's got a marina, it's got campgrounds, you can make a day trip, you can take a lunch trip, but it's got a great little place for you to enjoy this little marina. There's also a great little swimming place in Medicine Park, Oklahoma. It's about an hour's drive, but I'm going to tell you something. It's so incredible. It's a quaint little town with a couple of lakes there, Bath Lake. It's also got Wichita Mountains, and it's just a lovely day event. People would drive an hour in Southern California. I used to live in the San Gabriel Valley, and I would drive an hour to go to Huntington Beach in bumper-to-bumper traffic, sometimes taking 2 hours, for just a few hours at the beach. So this hour drive is nothing to go to an incredible area in Oklahoma with these Wichita Mountains and these incredible, wonderful lakes. So some of them are so pristine. There's some other ones I'm going to share about in just a second, but I like going to also real close here in Wichita Falls, 20 minutes outside of town. You have West Arrowhead Park. There is a whole area out there to explore, including Shoshone Park, Deer Creek, Henrietta Bridge. There's Pawnee Point, which is another great place to explore and fish and swim. You know, there is so much to do out in Arrowhead, but there's also Lake Wichita right here. And I've done a video on Lake Wichita, so I invite you to explore that and about the history of it. But it's located on the south side of Wichita Falls, off Texas Highway 79, and it's a recreational lake with 1,200 surface acres. There's great fishing, there's great hybrid striped bass, there's channel catfish, there's white crappie, and it offers a 2.6-mile concrete hiking and biking trail. So if it's not 110 degrees out, it's really fun. Otherwise, you want to be in the water. It runs from the southern tip of the park at Fairway Avenue to the dam. The trail resumes northward to Lucy Park, and the park has a playground. It has a basketball court, multiple picnic areas, and there's a 10-unit picnic shelter. It can seat 60 people, and it's available for rent. So the park has an amazing history, number one, but it's got lighted baseball and softball fields and 3 lighted football fields. There is also, in case you like this, an 18-hole disc golf course. It has the only model airplane landing strip in the Texas State Park system. Holy guacamole. How many of you knew that? There is an off-leash dog park there as well. I'm just telling you, there's so much to do in Wichita Falls, and we have all of these water sports right here in town, but you can go a little farther, not quite this one, Lake Kickapoo. It's a small community and favorite weekend destination for a lot of people, and it's located 30 miles southwest of Wichita Falls. It was opened in the late 40s and now spans 6,000 square acres. The waters are prime for fishing and boating and water skiing and swimming. So don't believe anybody if they tell you there's not water sports here. And if you're looking for something a little quainter, Lake Nocona. You drive up the 82 off of Henrietta. If you're going down the 287, you get off at 82, you're going to go up to Lake Nocona. But in the meantime, while you're going up 82, it's a beautiful drive. There's just amazing wheat fields and grass fields and flowers growing along the way. But you go through small towns like St. Joe, and then you get to Nocona, and it is a beautiful afternoon trip. There's some small towns out there, some great shopping. You get to Nocona, it's got a lovely downtown area. You can do some shopping, you can do some eating, you can take an amazing day trip and go to Lake Nocona. There's boating and fishing and swimming there as well. Or you can take a day and go to Turner Falls. Now, I told you about Oklahoma. Turner Falls is incredible. It's beautiful and it's cold because it's got these amazing falls that have natural coolness to them. It's 1,500 acres around these falls, and it's actually been compared to the Grand Canyon and the Black Hills. It's stunning. These pictures tell so much. This terrain provides a geological view into the past. So if you're into history at all, you just want to explore, really give yourself a day to go here or spend the night, because the Turners were born in Virginia and they married a Chickasaw named Laura Johnson. He became a farmer in Murray County, and in 1878, he and his wife settled in a cabin along Honey Creek. He discovered this nearby waterfall, which earned his name. It's amazing if you haven't been there or you know nothing about it. Recreational area came under the ownership of the City of Davis in 1919. And so the City of Davis operated the park until 1950 and then leased it out. When they resumed management of the area, the Davis City purchased 370 acres of the park from the Turner family, and they now receive national publicity because it serves as a classroom for naturalists. So if you really are into nature and you want to explore caves, you want to see things that are formed in amazing limestone and granite, shale and sandstone, it is an absolute essential thing to put on your bucket list. It's nestled between the famous Arbuckle Mountains, and it forms Honey Creek. I'm telling you, Honey Creek cascades down a 77-foot fall to a natural swimming pool, making the amazing, majestic Turner Falls the largest waterfall in Oklahoma. And it is just so close to Wichita Falls that you just can't pass up an opportunity to go see one of the oldest formations in the United States between the Appalachians and the Rocky Mountains. There's beautiful picnic areas, nature trails, as I said, caves, geological wonders, and 2 natural swimming pools that are so unique to see in nature. You can walk in the castle that was built on the property in 1930, and this park is home to lots and lots of wildlife, including white-tailed deer, wild turkeys, and oh my gosh, so many other forms that I can't even think to mention right now. This lake is so beautiful, you can see your feet when you're in it. And so is Lake Murray. Lake Murray is in Oklahoma as well. So Buffalo Lake is there. There's a lot of different lakes in Oklahoma that are all within an hour's drive of Wichita Falls going north. There's also lakes in North Texas going south. But there's one right close to where we are in Iowa Park, which is the city next door called a suburb of Wichita Falls. It's a beautiful lake that's local, that's so easy to access. You could go there for a lunch, you can go there for a early evening. You can fish, you can boat, you can swim. It's just lovely here in Iowa Park. The Chickasha National Recreational Area, it's in Oklahoma as well, and it's right over the border, but it's not a lake, it's a swimming stream. It's pretty private when you make a reservation, and you can take this amazing trip up to Chickasha. There's Bath Lake in Medicine Park, which Medicine Park is just an amazing community. I invite you just to go to Medicine Park any time of the year because they have so much uniqueness, so much character, and it's just really a great day trip. And then we have Possum Kingdom right here that everybody raves about. They've been raving about Possum Kingdom since I originally lived here 20 years ago. It's down in Graham. It's nestled in the foothills of the Palo Pinto Mountains. And it's just about an hour's drive south of here. It is the Great Lake of Texas. That's what it's been named. It's got more than 18,000 acres of crystal clear water. It's a Texas oasis surrounded by beautiful cliffs and rolling hillsides. People cliff dive all the time out there. If you're into that, this is a perfect place for you to go. So whether you're visiting for a weekend or staying for a lifetime in Possum Kingdom, people love Possum Kingdom. It's worth a trip out there just to experience it, even if it's for an afternoon. Lots of people I know and family go out there just for the afternoon, taking a little respite from some of the heat. And another thing they have at Possum Kingdom is some first-class dining and resort. So if you want to spend a weekend, you want to spend a week out there, it's got some amazing marinas, some first-class restaurants, golf courses. It's just incredible. It's got an amazing outdoor activities, not just including boating, but they have diving, they have hiking, they have cycling, golfing for all of you guys and gals that love to do that. There is just so much to do in our water sports here, and all of it's just within an hour or two at the very most, but most of it's within an hour. So just think about that, especially all my West Coast people. How far do you drive to go to the beach in traffic? You don't have to fight traffic here to get to any of these locations, and you're going to be so happy that you did. And, you know, as I always say, there's a link in the first comments below. If you want to schedule a Zoom meeting with me and find out why I moved here, why you should move here, or why you'd love being here, I'd be happy to share that with you. And I always say, y'all come back now, you hear? Bye.